Welcome back to Liam Doesn't Know Ball. If that's still what I call this channel, I don't know. I dropped that intro a while ago. Yeah, so I'm here to talk about Premier League home shirts. Not a seamless transition, but this is at least my fourth time attempting to shoot this video, so if I seem frustrated or anything like that, please understand it has nothing. I want to be making this video. I have made this video at least 3 times before, and I just really want to get it done today. It's Tuesday night. I'm leaving to follow Aston Villa to Nashville on their preseason tour in the US. I'm very excited for that. I'm going to try and vlog. But my phone is perpetually full on storage, so it's just going to depend on that more than anything, and also how brave I am about filming in public. So I would like to, but I make no guarantees. So let's get into the reason for the video, which is Premier League home kits. Everyone except Liverpool have officially announced their jerseys, and I am going to grade them from standard A plus to, I'm going to go as low as D minus. I'm not going to fail anyone just because it's football shirts. It's not that serious. So, with any Premier League they changed from blue to white, but they did change the design. They did have that weird bottle shape, which funnily enough, the 24-25 season was the first title they haven't bottled in 3. It was just Liverpool were ridiculous last season. So, but I do like that they added the A's on there just to add a little texture or something to make it more appealing to look at, as opposed to, they've never done that. And I do like the design of the A. They have a varsity jacket with an A like that, and I quite like it. Like as an alternative to the cannon. Obviously, I don't want the cannon to go away. Very iconic, but you know, it's kind of cool to see on the jersey, and yeah, B. I think that's fair. Up next, and this is no bias whatsoever, but there actually isn't. This is an A. Aston Villa home shirt is an A. Uh, the There are a couple of things that I don't like. I don't love that last season with the claret sort of Adidas stripes, plus this beautiful design on the sleeve as a tribute to the Holt end. If that was last season's jersey, like that would be a perfect amalgamation in my opinion. And I really am quite gutted that this isn't the jersey that we're going to be wearing when we line up on Champions League nights. It's going to be in the Europa League, which it's another path to the Champions League. We have the master of the Europa League. This is a topic for another video. But I do like it. I'm sorry. I think it looks really nice. This is an A. Okay, up next we have Bournemouth, and here's the thing. Anytime you have a club that is known for stripes, and the next 3 clubs are clubs with stripes, it's hard to do something original. I absolutely concede that. But Bournemouth have shown that you can do interesting things with stripes in the past. Crystal Palace, in the last few seasons, have done some interesting things with their stripes, so it is possible. There's a little texture in there's diagonal stripes in the stripes almost. And I do like that the sponsor is in gold. I think that makes it stand out really nice. And then the gold detailing on the collar as well. What am I going to give this? I'll give this a B minus. I don't think it's the most incredible jersey, but I do like it enough. B minus. Up next, Brentford. Oh my goodness, this is not good. It's very busy. They kind of edited in almost like it being bunched up on the side in the picture I'm looking at. Plus, they've got that weird collar where I'm like, is that a Henley top they're going for? Is it like a zipper? It almost looks like a zipper. I don't think the badge is weirdly like kind of on red and white. I'm going a little too hard on this, but it's very busy. I don't think it works. I hope they don't go down in this kit, and I'm not saying they will. I'm reserving judgment until the last second when I have to have my Premier League predictions done before the season kicks off. But oh man, if they go down in this, they might have to abandon that policy of using kits 2 seasons in a row because I mean they've been pretty solid since they've been in the Premier League, and if they go down in this kit, they it'll probably leave a bad taste in their mouth. They won't want to remember. Oh, did I even rank this? This is like a D minus. This is one of the worst. We'll get to the one that I think is the worst. Up next, we have Brighton, which this does not look like a football kit to me. It looks like almost like a polo or like, especially with that collar. I didn't notice before. Collar's quite. It's not a like an outright collar like we'll see on some of them, but it is quite noticeable. The white separating it where like the blue stripes stop, and yeah, I just this does not look like a football kit, and I don't even like it as like a button up or I in like next we have Brighton, and for me this is like a C minus D plus. I'll go D plus just because it really does not look like a football kit. This looks almost like a button up like that you would wear under like a suit for some reason. I know that, but I can see someone wearing something like that, or like a polo or something. It doesn't look like a football kit. I'm sorry, Brighton. Up next, we have Burnley, and I did actually, funnily enough, the picture that I chose as like my point of reference for when I'm making this video to also keep everything in alphabetical order. I didn't think to take a picture of like the full body of it. So I was like, do they have claret sleeves? And my issue with this is it doesn't really look like a Burnley shirt. And I did look on their Instagram. I saw a picture of them like walking out with it, and it looks nicer in person. Like the swirls on it, the little topography is the study of maps, or like where you uh, show how mountainous and how elevated something is by like little swirls. It it just doesn't work for me. I do kind of like the pop of color on the collar and the sleeves as well, but I don't know. Is this the color that Burnley? Well, it does kind of match the badge, so I guess it is. What to give Burnley? Again, I do like it in person more. I'll give it a B minus. I don't think it's the worst thing. Again, I don't think it looks like a Burnley shirt. Up next, it's Club World Cup champions Chelsea. Yeah, on top of the sarcastic clapping for their Club World Cup win, that is sarcastic for their jersey. When I first saw it, I was like, Lego kit. Why? I don't know, but that is what I thought. And I, there's just a lot going on. It also, like, I don't love the random white on the collar. I don't love the design underneath. Is it like the outside of Stamford Bridge? Are they trying to put a picture of Stamford Bridge on the jersey? I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. I'm gonna give it. Let's give it a C minus. I don't want to give a D unless I have to. It just. I do like that. Actually, I can give it a C minus over a D plus because there's no sponsor. So, and that's always nice to see. So I'll give them that little third of a grade boost because there's no sponsor. Up next, one of the clubs who I said can do something original with stripes, Crystal Palace, and they haven't done it this year. This kind of looks like a child in a movie is drawing a Crystal Palace shirt and it has to be so neutral that they just go like straight uh, red and black, red and blue stripes with just a little white. It's what am I gonna say? C plus. It doesn't really offend me. It's just I know Palace can do better. You can do Palace. Palace, you can do better. Um, because you've done it. Last season was pretty good. The 20 was that 20? It must have been 22-23 because that was the season before John Duran exploded, but he scored a really banging goal against them for a 3-1 win. Yeah, you can do better. Okay, up next, I'm getting back to positivity. I like Everton's jersey. I actually saw it, you know, over a camera, but still live in action as opposed to a uh, shot of it. Just sometimes the picture from the manufacturer without someone in it doesn't do it justice or does it too much justice. So I have seen it live being worn, not with my eyeballs, but like over on the screen. And I think it looks nice. I like the little wavy lines. Yeah, I have no complaints. I'll give it a B plus. Nothing really to complain about here, but nothing all that impressive. I think a B plus is fair. Next, we have a shirt that I'm quite conflicted on. It's Fulham, and let me just start off by saying I understand you need a pop of color, um, or a lot of times you need a pop of color. It's coming from the badge. I kind of wish if they were gonna go black and white all over, that they would have eliminated the red from the badge as well, or maybe like put the red somewhere else, like made the little squiggle in the SBO top sponsor or whatever it's called, made that red, or made like the sleeves red, or maybe outlined the Adidas stripes with red. I just think that, and this is me being extremely nitpicky, so this is like an A minus. I think they could have got taken a little bit more of a risk and really made a banging shirt. Next up, Leeds. This is my shirt of the season, Premier League shirt of the season. A plus. This is beautiful. Everything just works. I don't even, just the shade of the sponsor of the Red Bull, the size, how everything's laid out is beautiful. I have no. What could you change about this jersey? Nothing. And you know what? I hope they stay up in this, and I might need to get this shirt. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then up next, the only club to have not officially released their home shirt yet, Liverpool, but this shirt has been floating around for weeks. We all know what it's going to look like. I think this will be very popular for Liverpool fans because it is clean, classy, and it is. This is literally, when I first saw it, I'm like, this is like exactly what I think a football shirt looks like in my head. Just different colors for whatever team is wearing it. With that being said, although it is clean and classy, it's a bit boring. It just is. It's a bit like, I'm actually gonna. It's just. Up next, we have Liverpool, and although they haven't officially released this, this has been floating around for weeks. This is the shirt. It's their first year back with Adidas, which I think Adidas is kind of the manufacturer Liverpool belongs with. And listen, this is a clean, classy kit. It is like the most platonic idea of like a football shirt, especially for Liverpool. I think it looks very nice, but it's a little boring. There's nothing sort of original about it. I have a Liverpool jersey over there that looks basically the same, and like you couldn't have added something small, like maybe a little black to the Adidas stripes. This is nitpicking a little bit, and I do like it a lot better than last season. Last season was very busy, and I think Liverpool fans are going to love this because all the Liverpool fans I know like a clean, classy kit. This will scratch that itch, and I'll give them a B plus. Same as Everton, so I'm being fair, but Everton also have at least something original going on. Please don't kill me, Liverpool fans. I like your cook. Next, we have Liverpool, and I'm gonna give them a B plus. I am giving it a B plus because although it is clean and classy, which by the way, this hasn't officially been released, but it's been going up. Next, I go. Hi, editing Liam. This is where you're gonna stop for Liverpool. Okay, up next we have Liverpool, and it's clean and classy, which I think a lot of Liverpool fans are gonna like. Of all the Liverpool fans I know, and I know a few, they like a clean, classy kit. They don't like a whole lot of. They don't like the shirt to be too busy, and I get it. And to be fair, this is like a platonic idea for a football shirt. To me, it is uh, like I can picture this being worn by different clubs just in different colors for whatever their color is. But with that being said, it's a little boring. Like there's nothing original. I've got a Liverpool jersey back there actually that this looks basically the same, just the stripes are a little lower. So just for kind of lack of originality, I can't go higher than B plus, but it is a nice shirt. Okay, next we have Man City, and I'm going to give this a B plus. It's actually not that dissimilar to the away palace to the away shirt Palace wore in the 23-24 season, with almost like a sash across the front. The one thing I do like more about it is it's not a straight sash down the front. It's got parts where it's like darker and parts where it kind of fades away and it's not entirely just straight through. So I'll give it a B plus because it does kind of look like the sky, and they're known as like the sky blues, and so it makes it look a bit more like the sky. And I don't know, it's completely different from last season, so that's why I gave it the plus as opposed to just a B. Up next, I was just complaining about Liverpool and their lack of originality. Manchester United is doing it far worse. This is their 23-24 season. They basically changed the collar and the sleeves. That's it. Like, are you just trying to go back to that because that's the last one you won a trophy in and you want to bring back when, like, the vibes were, like, a little better? I mean, keep in mind, 23-24 season, the FA Cup is what saved Ten Hag's job. But things weren't great. Yeah, this is not great. I'm going D minus. Again, lack of originality. You just had this 2 years ago. Ooh, and second to last with stripes? Second to last. I've got Newcastle, and this is another A for me. I love the little light blue around the collar and like just outside the stripes. It just makes them pop a little bit more. And it almost looks like a little electric current. I don't know why. I think I'm thinking of like Tron, life cycle at Disney, where like, oh, it looks like it's gonna be all powerful and like that burst of blue energy or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm analyzing it. I like it. Hey, good job. Up next, another jersey that I have to be quite harsh on, Nottingham Forest. This is quite busy. They have a single button for like a Henley top. They have a collar. They have my pet peeve, which is the badge in like a little shield looking thing. And then they've got white and black stripes going up and down. It's just This is so busy, and it's like I think it's trying to reference like from like the late 70s, early 80s, where Nottingham Forest were very dominant, and I get that, but this isn't like a tribute. This is just a recreation, and it just does not work for me. D minus. Up next, we have another busy shirt in Sunderland. Everything is in the middle, and the badge looks huge. It's just there. It's a lot to look at. The collar looks so big and bold, and I'm not entirely digging it. So yeah, for me, Sunderland, I'm going C minus. I feel exhausted just looking at it. Next we have Spurs, and I can't explain it. Well, I can, but it looks quite frumpy. Like I should probably straighten up my jersey before I say this, but it almost looks like it's quite pulled down and like, eh, as opposed to like, you know, up and like, proud, like you're wearing it with your chest and everything. So for me, also I don't like the blue up here. I liked it last season. It was a little better. What am I gonna give this? I'll give it a C plus. It's not awful, but again, like last season, I do quite like their badge in the middle because they've just got their badge, Nike, but that's quite small, and then the sponsor. So they don't also have. What else did Sunderland have? I forget, but this looks better than Sunderland's attempt to go in the middle with everything. Okay, and then this is the jersey I'm probably most conflicted about, West Ham. At first, I hated it. Then I did see it in Summer Series again on Peacock, and I think it looks better in person. I think my issue is this looks more like a warm up jersey than it does a football kit. I quite like it as like a warm up jersey, but again, it's not a football kit. I think I'm gonna go B minus just because I like the thing as it is, but not for what it is. So I think B minus is the highest I can go because they kind of it's almost like when if you fall but do the splits and it's like, well, I was just trying to kind of walk normally, but I did fall into something into something nice. I don't know. This is my fourth time recording this video. Please be nice. Okay, finally, we have a very not good one in Wolves. This just looks like a polo shirt. I'm not digging it at all. It also reminds me a of a shirt that my former team lead used to wear after he reprimanded me for taking a lunch break. Yes, that is the thing that happened. So for me, Wolves, you can get a solid D. So that's me ranking the Premier League home shirts. This is my last attempt to record it. Hopefully it worked. Hopefully I can get over my social anxiety and vlog in Nashville. And until I see you next time, up the villa.